So this is how you transfer shares from NSDL to another NSDL demat account. So it is actually very easy. I thought it would be very complicated, but it is very straightforward and very easy. You can do it in just four easy steps. So the first step is to apply for your DIS slip. DIS slip. So I have an account with Kotak. If you call the customer care and you ask for a DIS slip, they will dispatch it to you. Now, the first DIS slip is free. You will have five sheets in it, and after that, it is chargeable by 100 rupees as on July 2024 plus GST. So once it reaches your registered address, but if your broker asks you to fill a request form, so you just ask them to send it to you, and then once they send it to you, you put the date here, you put your client ID here, you pick first issue of DIS book, you sign here, and depending on if it is a single account holder, that is one person account or joint account, choose me or us, and then sign here if it's a single holder, and sign and sign elsewhere if it is multiple joint accounts, right? And then you sign here as well. One person sign here, whoever is going to receive it, you sign here. If it's a single account, you sign here and here. That's it, right? And you courier it to the address, and then they'll dispatch the DIS to your registered address. So the next step is to add the beneficiary. For that, you need to know two things: DP ID of yours and client ID of yours, and DP ID and client ID of the beneficiary you're sending it to, right? So DP ID will be the same if it is the same broker. That, for example, Kotak DP ID is IN3000214. So I am sending it to Kotak only. So the beneficiary ID is the same, but the client ID will differ. So you put your client ID here, the date here, client ID, your client ID here, your name here. If it's a joint holder, put it here, and then you put the beneficiary's client ID here, and PAN of the person here, and then you sign here, your signature here, your name here, and signature here, and then you courier this along with the DIS slip to the broker. So another easy option is you go to NSDL Speed app and you click on the burger menu, this menu here. Once you click here, it will open a bunch of options. You come to off market transaction, click there, and then it will open two options. You click on add beneficiary, right? So you click on add beneficiary, and this one comes. You put the DP ID of the beneficiary here, re-enter client ID, PAN number of the beneficiary, and the name, and submit an OTP, right? This is the second method. In the first method, where you courier it, after the broker gets it and adds it, you will have to confirm it by putting an OTP, right? So this is more or less the same, but this is easy. But for some reason, Kotak didn't suggest this to me. It was once they tried to add my manual, I had sent the manual paper as well, and I had done this as well, and then they realized that I had already added here, so I didn't need the paper. So I didn't have to punch the OTP to validate my beneficiary addition. So through the Speed app itself, it went through. So now coming to the fun part. So you put your client ID here, your client ID here, the date here, the DP ID of the person beneficiary you're sending it here. Since it's Kotak, since I'm sending it to a Kotak account, it is the same as this one, right? And client ID, and the name of the broker you're sending it to, the name of the DP. So if you're sending it to Kotak Securities, this number, the first one, IN300214 ka DP name, here you should mention Kotak Securities, not the beneficiary, right? And then you put the reason code and reason purpose, which I'll come to it in a bit. And then you put the ISIN number, which you can just do it through a Google search and go to NSE website. I'll just show you. Script name as per the ISIN website on NSE. Quantity in words, number of quantity here, phone number, and your signature here. Your name will be there in the DIS slip, so you just sign above it. So a simple Google search for ISIN number, EIH total ISIN number, the first one in NSE, you just click on it. And this is the name, and this is the ISIN number you need to use in the slip. So the same name, you put it here, and the ISIN number, you put it here. Once you open the booklet, immediately on the left hand side, you will find these reason codes, right? All these reason codes. So you can choose 92. So the most common ones are gift, donation, and transfer between specified family numbers, 89, 92, and 93. So 89 is transfer between specified family numbers like father, mother, sister, right? I think there is a list that you need to check. And gift is to anyone, right? So these are the lists that are given. You can just go through it and choose the reason that you can discuss with the broker on the helpline number, and then find out the reason that fits your purpose, and then you put it here, reason code, and same thing, you just fill it up here, right? If it's a gift, you put reason code gift, reason number 90, I think, and then gift here. That's it, and that's about it. So now, along with this slip, along with the slip and the beneficiary, you have two options. You can courier it to the address that the broker tells you to. In Kotak's case, you can just submit it to the nearest branch and then they'll process it. So one thing you'll notice is there are two sheets of the same thing. So you need to use a carbon copy, but it's not really needed. I didn't use a carbon copy, right? One copy you can just fill, and the client copy, the second sheet you can ignore, right? But actually you're supposed to use a carbon copy, fill this, and you'll get a copy on the other one. So, but now it's not needed since you can just take a photo of this before giving it to the broker. So once the broker receives the documents, that is the DI slip and beneficiary slip, you'll be asked to authenticate the beneficiary addition. Okay, so that will come something like this, but I didn't have to do it because I had done through the second option, that is through the NSDL speed app, right? So once your beneficiary is added, the next step the broker does is to process your DIS slip. So what happens is once they have processed it, you'll get a mail from NSDL mostly in the evening, right? And you click on the link here. So once you click on that link, you just put your PAN number or your DP ID and client ID. It's better to just put the PAN number because it's just one. You generate the captcha and you enter. Once you enter, you just need to select the ones that you want to authenticate. You tick the ones and you click on submit, and then here is the final stage. You just verify the target client here, whether the beneficiary details are correct, the DP ID and our client ID, all that you just confirm here, right, of the target beneficiary. It will be in these two boxes. Confirm the beneficiary ID and you click on this approve button, put the OTP, confirm it, and you'll get a reference number. Most likely immediately itself the shares will be debited from your account. You'll get a message from NSDL saying that the said shares are debited from your NSDL client ID. And the very next day your beneficiary will get it in their demat account, and it will reflect in their broker page. And they can do whatever they want with it. They can sell it, they can pledge it, it will be just like any other share. So they can do whatever they want with it. I'm not aware of the taxation on this. You'll have to check on this, but this is the entire process. It's so simple. I was very surprised on how straightforward and easy it was. So it is just 4 easy steps. I'll just repeat the entire thing again. First is get the DIS slip. Second step is get the beneficiary added. Third step is you fill the DIS slip and give it to your broker by couriering it or giving it to the nearest branch, depending on your broker. Fourth one is OTP. Simple. That's it. For transfer from CDSL to NSDL, click on the link above. If it is not uploaded yet, I think I am applying for the DIS slip. So just give me some time, I'll upload it. So the link for the future CDSL to NSDL will be given on the top, right? So just come back to this video later, or just come back later for the video on how to send it from CDSL to NSDL. If you have found this video useful, please hit the like buttons because YouTube algorithm runs on likes, and do subscribe for more such informative videos.